Few months back, we made a video regarding a government scheme called NATS, which helps business owners by reducing their hiring and training costs, and government gives a subsidy of up to 54,000 rupees per year for every fresher you train. This video is one of the most watched video in our YouTube channel. Until now it has got more than 1000 views, and many business owners and HR managers have reached out to me over the last few months, thanking me for the video and asking our support to help us. We are very glad that this video really made a positive impact and it helped a little bit in employability of the freshers. If you have not yet seen the video, then you can find the link above or in the description. And to our surprise, one of the largest banks in India, the head HR called me from Delhi asking me support to implement the scheme in all their branches across India. It was super overwhelming for us. And personally, we have been a big beneficiary of this scheme as government has given us a cashback of several lakhs over the last 2 years, and the screenshots are also in this video. Over the last few quarters, government has made some major changes in the scheme, which they call it NATS 2.0, which we are specifically going to see in this video. And if you are someone who is new and you would like to know what NATS is, let me give you a very high level brief on what NATS is. If you are someone who has already watched my previous video or know what NATS is, go to the timestamp above so you can continue watching the rest of the video. NATS stands for National Apprenticeship Training Scheme, which is a Government of India initiative with the objective of bridging the skill gap in India. Every year, several lakhs of college students get passed out of the college, but it is tough for everyone to get a job in this market. So industry is always reluctant to hire freshers as there is a skill gap and they need to invest their time and money to train the freshers. So in order to incentivize companies to hire and train freshers, government has introduced NATS scheme, where they pay a fixed monthly salary of rupees 9,000 for graduates and 8,000 for diploma holders. So in this, government will reimburse 50% of it every month and expect the employer to share the other 50%. That is 4,000 for diploma and 4,000 for graduates. Every month the government will be giving for 1 year, making it up to 54,000 rupees per year for every fresher you train. And do note that 9,000 per month is the minimum salary set by the government and not the maximum salary. You can feel free to give whatever you want. Say you can pay 10,000, 15,000, 20,000, whatever you like. But the government will reimburse a maximum of 4,500 rupees per month. And after the 1 year training period is over, the government issues a certificate to the student or to the trainee, which is valuable in the market, and since they have 1 year of experience now, it will be easier for them to get placed elsewhere. That is the intention. And if you want to hire them after a year, feel free to hire. As a student, the eligibility criteria is that you should have done your degree or diploma in the last 5 years and you should not have worked in a professional full-time job before, and postgraduates are also not eligible. So, sounds like a great scheme with best of the intentions, right? Well, this is a very good scheme, but there are some disadvantages to it in the previous NATS 1.0 version, which were addressed now. These disadvantages I didn't discuss in my previous video as well. So the first disadvantage is that in the previous NATS, say suppose you hire a fresher, you have to pay them salary on a monthly basis. Say you fix the salary as the base 9,000, you have to pay every month 9,000 to him, and after 3 months or at the end of the quarter, you have to download the ROP form, which is like the report of progress form from the NATS website. You have to manually fill it, sign it, seal it, and attach few other stripe and plain forms, and then you will have to courier it to the regional office which is present near you. It is there in almost all the states in India, and then the government takes another 6 months to 12 months for you to get the reimbursement. So in total, you will have to wait at least 6 months to a max of 15 months to get the stipend to your account. Even though all the documents are proper, you will surely get the stipend, but you have to wait for a long period. For small businesses, this may be a cash flow problem and it may add pressure to you for cash flow issues. The second problem with the previous NATS 1.0 scheme is that the money used to be directly transferred to the company's account. So here there is no chance for the government to verify if you have really paid the trainee or not. So there is a chance for misusing this scheme. So these are some of the things they addressed in NATS 2.0. So let's see what's new in NATS 2.0. To address these two concerns, government has introduced few changes which works beautifully. First thing what they did is they have rebuilt the entire portal of NATS from the ground up. And the new portal is much user friendly and easy and fast compared to the older portal. So the first major change is that the entire process has been digitized now. There is no need for a single paper, no need to print out, no need to sign, no need to seal, no need to courier, nothing. Everything can be done in the click of few buttons every month. So it has been much simplified for the companies now, which is a very welcome move. The second and the most important master stroke here is they have implemented something called direct beneficiary transfer or DBT, which I'll explain in a moment. So under DBT, instead of transferring the funds to the company's account, the funds get transferred directly to the beneficiary, in this case the trainee or the apprentice, every month on month. So every month, once the employer or the company has submitted the ROP, the funds gets directly transferred to the trainee in just 3 to 5 working days. So this time has been reduced from 12 to 15 months to a mere 3 to 5 working days, which is a tremendous improvement in efficiency, which we should definitely give a big round of applause to the government. So because of this, the cash flow issues for the companies have been eliminated, because it is enough if they pay only their part to the trainee. The government's part will be paid directly to the beneficiary. Every company who has at least 30 employees are eligible for NATS, and you can hire up to 10 to 15% of your workforce as interns or apprentices, to whom the stipend can be generated every month. And one thing which I should mention about working with NATS team is that, especially the Tamil Nadu and Kerala team with whom I have worked, they never asked anything related to bribe or kickback in the last 2 years. Even though they are a government organization, they behave like a professional private entity, which I really have to appreciate. Let me quickly walk through the process involved in NATS. First, you'll need to register in NATS by providing your company GST, ITR filing, etc. You can find the form in their official website, which you can go through and fill all the applicable details. Once you have registered, it will take a few weeks for them to review your company application and approve it. If required, do email follow-ups every 2 weeks, because they get a lot of applications. Sometimes it gets missed and you'll need to follow up with them to get your application approved. Next, the second step is that the candidate or the apprentice should also be registered in NATS. They have a separate form using which they need to register themselves, and they need to also feed in their bank account. And it is very important that the bank account they enter should be linked to Aadhaar card. If the Aadhaar is not seeded, the candidate will need to go to the bank and get this process done. And this is a one-time process. Next, once the candidate and the company has been successfully onboarded into the NATS portal, the company can create a contract for the respective trainee and the candidate to accept the contract from his login. Once this is done, the NATS team will review it and approve it from their side. This process can also take somewhere between 1 to 2 weeks, and you may need to do some email follow-ups. You want to get the contract approved. So once this is done, At the end of each month, the employer must raise a report of progress (ROP) for respective students, including their performance detail and the number of days worked. Once you have done this, the candidate will get the amount within 5 working days from the date ROP is raised. Even say suppose their salary is 15,000 rupees per month, the government will provide a maximum of 4,500 rupees per month to the candidate, and the remaining 10,500 should be transferred by the employer. If you have any questions in this process or anything related to NATS, feel free to drop a comment and our team will make sure to review it and get it replied. Thank you. I hope we together create India where there is no unemployment. Thank you. See you in my next video. Bye.